ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಲಕ್ಕೂರು, ಮಾಲೂರು ತಾಲೂಕು, ಕೋಲಾರ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ. ನಾನು ಹನುಮಂತ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್, ಸಹಾಯಕ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಲಕ್ಕೂರು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೀ ಎಂಬ ಪದ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Grandma climbs a tree. It is a poem which is prescribed for the second language, English, the first poem in the Karnataka state. Grandma climbs a tree, which is written by Ruskin Bond. In this poem, a poet describes poetically Granny's love for trees. How she loves trees, how she loves nature. It shows Bond's great ability to enjoy unusual events and actions. The poem Grandma Climbs a Tree is written by Ruskin Bond. His grandmother was very fond of climbing trees. She had been climbing trees since the age of 6. Her brother had taught this art. Means here the poem Grandma Climbs a Tree is written by Ruskin Bond. He was one of the famous English poet. His grandmother was very fond of climbing trees. She was fascinated to climb a tree and learned it from her loving brother. She was very fascinated and she learnt it from her loving brother since the age of 6. Her brother had taught this art, means she learnt this one by her loving brother. She was genius and different from others. Here poet is going to call his grandmother as a genius. Why? Because of she could climb up trees very quickly even at the age of 62. Here poet calls his grandmother as genius. Genius. Why did he call her like that? Here the poet calls his granny as a genius because she was very different from others. She could climb up trees very quickly even at the age of 62. Even at the age of 62 means even she was old. She felt happier on a tree than in a lift. She disliked materialistic life, but she liked the life in the amidst nature. Means she was very fond of nature. She was very fond of nature. She loves very much. She loves the nature very much. For this page we are going to discuss, we are going to know the key points of the poem by the side of right. Ruskin Bond calls his grandmother as a genius. She could climb and any type of tree. She could climb any type of tree even at the age of 62. She learnt it from her loving brother at the age of 6. When her neighbors advised her that full stop climbing tree in old age and spend life gracefully, but she would like to grow old disgracefully. But others felt she might have a terrible fall same day. When her neighbors advised her to stop climbing the trees because she was very old, when her neighbors advised her to stop climbing trees in her old age, and also the neighbors advised her to spend her life gracefully, she did not listen their words. She rejected their voices, their words and advices. But others felt she might have a terrible fall same day. Some others, neighbors as well as some others, felt she might have a terrible fall same day when she climbed up the tree. One day she might have fell. One day, when everyone in her family was in town, she climbed up a tree but couldn't come down. She had fever. In that fear, the doctor recommended a week bed rest, but she felt it like the hell. One day, the family members was in town. A granny climbed up to the tree. Climbed the tree. Granny climbed up the tree but couldn't come down. For that for that fear, when she couldn't come down, when she was unable to come down, in that fear, she had the fever. After a skiving, the doctor recommended a week bed rest, but she felt it like the hell. Means here, one fine day she climbed the tree but could not come down. After rescue, here doctor advised a week bed rest, because when the doctor advised a week bed rest, here the kids of the family sighed with relief that she would not climb trees and risk her life. It's very interesting. When her doctor recommended a week bed rest, she thought she thought it was like a brief season in hell. She felt it was like a brief season in hell. And the right side, there are key points are there. Her neighbors wanted her to live gracefully, but she was ready to live disgracefully. One day she climbed a tree, got stuck and could not come down. Then she was rescued with great difficulty. The doctor advised her bed rest for a week. Soon she recovered and called her son and told him that she wanted a house on a treetop. The son agreed and started that task and built her a house on treetop. Soon after recovered, Granny demanded a house on treetop. She demanded a house on treetop. Her granny's son was the father of Arthur, wanted to fulfill his mother's wish. Wanted to fulfill his mother's wish. He was the very dutiful one, fulfill his mother's wish, so that Granny moved up. Fulfilled his mother's wish. The son agreed and started the task and built her a house on the treetop. After building that treetop house, Grandma moved there, and every day the grandson had to climb up to her with the glasses and tray of sherry. She enjoyed her remaining part of life happily. After building that house on a treetop, she enjoyed the remaining part of life. Already she spent more than 60 years. Remaining part of life she spent on treetop house and enjoyed with his grandson by having said. This is the main summary, and the key points are there. Grandma climbs a tree. The moment she felt strong, demanded her son a house on a treetop. Her wish was fulfilled, and then lived like a queen there. Often the poet also enjoyed her company, drink sherry. Thank you.